sounding.
I can't promise you that. Let's see, honey. Like.
So Thanu, can you tell us, how did women go beyond come to life?
Women's empowerment has been important for MAS from its inception because it was just the most logical thing to do. In an industry where we have thousands of women coming into our workplaces, in countries where female labor force participation is low, we have a unique opportunity and a responsibility to fight for parity. And I think the founders of MAS realized very early on that they must do something to reduce these ridiculous barriers that women face, whether it is about a lack of access to skill development or awareness over their own bodies and their reproductive rights, or breaking biases and stereotypes so that talented people can contribute to our companies, our countries, and our communities. Women Go Beyond was launched in 2003, bringing some of the work that was already happening in the company in terms of addressing gaps in resources and rights for women. We look at women's health, sexual and reproductive rights. We look at addressing and preventing gender-based violence, providing childcare support, and a multitude of things that form a framework necessary to drive towards that ultimate goal of gender equality. And an important piece of that framework is active intervention to increase representation in management. Because for an organization that has been doing all this work over the years, we've learned that there are still gaps, whether it is in the way we work, the infrastructure, or the biases that we all bring to work every day, men and women. So when it comes to voice and representation at leadership levels, while we are certainly not far behind, we want to actively take steps, whether it is sponsorship and mentorship for women, whether it is looking at flexible work options, and sensitization and training to reduce unconscious biases. As a company, we need to take specific steps, understand the context that we are based in, which comes from historical and cultural reasons that lead to this gap. So as a program, we look at a multitude of layers that we have to address. And with all the work that we're doing, we still feel like there's a long way to go. But it's encouraging as a business to see the impact that this work has on the organization. And I would say that the women in our factories are empowered. It is up to companies and institutions to harness that power so that we don't lose out on that talent that businesses and organizations need.